this car's one got a felony 29. Have you ever been convicted of any felonies or no? I see the bullet. I know there's a gun in the car. Where's it at?
Where the fuck you was, stupid?
Every car stop is conducted to address the initial infraction, but that investigation often leads to other investigations where there are multiple infractions. And sometimes there's also a person who is wanted for a felony crime. This is one of those.
$77 right to 21. 430 south at the River Bridge. It's a black Kia Optima. Got paper tags, can't read.
So that was an interesting little visual exchange because I was surprised that the person drove past the trooper. I don't see the speeds, so I don't know if the trooper was driving really, really slow. But if I see an officer on duty, I almost never pass them, especially if they're going the speed limit. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happened here.
You got to come up out of that left lane, okay? If you want to drive on the speed limit, that's fine. Stay in the right two lanes, okay? Not that left lane, okay? You got a license or ID? I'm Trooper Price with State Police.
So the trooper said you can't drive slow in that lane. So apparently the trooper was going way slower, and then they ultimately tried to go slow as well. I'm guessing that's what happened. That's what his reasoning for pulling him over. I believe he could have also pulled him over for the paper plate. In my jurisdiction, you could pull people over if they had a paper plate, especially if he was flapping over like that.
You have insurance? Do any of y'all got a license? Anybody got a license? I'm on with you. Alright, you ain't got your seatbelt on, so I need to see your ID too. It's buckled behind him. How do you take it off?
Okay, I'm going to talk about the trooper's positioning because now that I'm seeing this vehicle is occupied 3 times, and that's a lot of people to deal with when you're conducting a car stop. I talk about the positioning of the vehicle, especially since now the person in the rear seat is technically behind where the trooper is standing, but I'm sure he's experienced and this is his stop, he's doing his way. I don't know if you caught that, but if you look here, there's a vehicle pulled over on the side of the road, and I'm sure the trooper noticed that. And when we see that, we feel like we essentially have a backup that's very close. So I don't know if that's why he feels that comfortable to engage in that manner, or if that's just normally how he does it. But it's a bit of a challenge when you have a vehicle occupied 3 times like that.
Got it. What's your name? I can't hear you. You got a piece of paper where you write it down? You got a piece of paper? How old are you? Put your seatbelt on here with all these cars, okay? All it takes is one of them cutting you off, okay? Let me just check. I got 3 in this car. One got a felony 29. Hop out. Hands on the car. Hands on the car. Hands behind your back. Hands behind your back.
So here we see that the trooper has made the decision that take this person into custody and conducts the pat down on the person, and then he handcuffs them. Another practice, which I've known to be very effective, is if you know you're going to handcuff a person, just handcuff them and then pat them or search them after. Because normally if a person has something and they're going to jet, once you're about to find that item is when they're going to run. And we'd much have a person try to run when they have handcuffs on. So if we know we're going to conduct a pat down or a search and we know we're going to handcuff that person, we just handcuff them first. It's a better safety option because we're now dealing with a person who's handcuffed.
You're not in trouble. Just come out this side, okay? No guns on you, do you? I'm gonna pat you down, okay? I don't care about the bit of okay? Come on back here. Go back here with him. You're good. Stand right there. All right. Hop out. You're not in trouble. Come here. Your car reads the lead. I just want to check, okay?
So So the primary trooper is now conducting a pat down on the driver, and he's doing it where his body looks like it's almost exposed to the street side. And I know the other trooper may have his vehicle there. I'm not 100% sure. But again, it creates some challenges where we're on this side of the street. If the person decides to turn or engage us in some type of confrontation, one of our options is to go into the street with all this busy oncoming traffic. And we know that there are some distracted drivers who could end up coming that way. A much safer, effective practice is where the other trooper is getting to that quarter panel and conducting business over there, so we can watch both ways, and it just seems like a much safer way to go.
I don't care if you smoke, just don't smoke in your car, okay?
Oh, no. So I'm just now getting off work, bro. I work at Amazon, bro. I got off at 6. I slept in the parking lot. I'm just going to take him to get the driver's.
Stand up in front of your car for me, okay? Yeah, in front of it. Yep, go up front. You got your ID with you on you, or is it in the car? Yep. How old are you? Why don't you got a license yet?
Because I just...
Okay. Go get them, okay? Walk there with them, okay? I got you. Is there any guns in the car? If there is, be straight. I see a bullet. I know there's a gun in the car. Where's it at?
I do got a fire on my own.
Where at?
It's under the seat.
Okay.
Under my seat.
Your seat?
Yeah, no, under the seat.
So it comes back to you?
Yeah, it comes back to me. It's my name. It's my name. I got
So why is it under the passenger seat?
Sir.
Another practice, standing back at our vehicle and calling them back individually and dealing with each one individually. The person that we were going to take into custody, the one that get him out, get him in cuffs, search, put him in the car, call the next person out, pat him down at the quarter panel, have him stand in front of the vehicle. The last person, same exact process. If we're very methodical about that, it becomes a lot safer because we know that we're not going to miss anything, and we know for sure exactly where everyone is. And it's not this, some people are in this location, some people are in another location. Being methodical about those pat downs and having people step out of the car in that manner, it's a very safe and effective tool. Again, this trooper, I'm sure he has a lot of experience. He chose to do his stop that way. If that's what he wants to do, that's what he does. New young aspiring officers, I'd like you to know that there are other ways of conducting, having people step out of the vehicle that I find to be a safer model.
Because that's normally where I have it.
In the passenger seat?
Under the passenger seat.
But you're driving.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, walk up there about 10 steps, okay? Go up there about 10 steps. There's a building right here. There's a bull in the floorboard. Yeah. Yeah, I'm fixing to run it. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yep.
What is that? I got one there.
I'm not sure if you caught that, but they recovered a firearm under the seat, passenger seat. The driver told them about it, but there was a firearm inside the vehicle. Just something else to know, especially when we think about positioning.
Cold, dude.
I don't know.
They picked a hell of a place to stop. I'll put him in your back seat.
I appreciate it.
Damage report. I'll be 1098.
You got a brush, like a paintbrush, to clean your stuff? Brush that serial number, maybe you can see it.
Yeah, I wiped it. I can see it. He said he's got the receipt. Ruger pistol.
What is that?
He gave me the receipt for this.
Oh, for the gun?
Yeah. It's his gun. So,
52?
yeah. Bought it at pawn shop. Neither one of them got a license, so.
Are you towing it? Are they good to hop back in on the right side?
Yeah. Yeah, they can.
Complaining about being cold.
Have you ever been convicted of any felonies or no?
No, so that's why I'm telling you, I'm still going to court. Cause I had a problem with that last time with false warrants on
Right.
It was all the way in Kansas City, Missouri, a place I ain't never been before.
Okay.
That's why I asked you, like, what? I got one, I'm still going to court.
Where are you going to court at?
At the, what's that, the circuit court in
Where?
Little Rock downtown.
When was your last court date?
Last month.
I don't know what to tell you. They confirmed it, didn't they? They confirm it.
Well, they're asking if they had charges, if we have charges.
Mary Boy Ocean Train. ONVOL, the white 60 here.
I don't know if you caught that, but the trooper knew that they were cold, and I think they mentioned that they were cold, and he made sure that he let other officers know that he was going to have them get back in the vehicle so that they weren't unnecessarily burdened by standing out in the cold. You can still be tactical, and you can still be considerate of the people that you're dealing with.
You all good?
Yep. I'm just gonna wait once they get here and.
I can wait on this if you need to meet or do something with them.
Okay, that's fine. Let me lock this, make sure they ain't getting back. If you didn't have it, well, it ain't my fault. If you didn't have that, you ought to be wrong. Look, Ashwell, you have not no more trouble. You don't have to ban like that on you. You can do this track here right now, okay? You got something in your garage or anything? Where's it at? Okay, where's it at? Here? Okay. Just a little bit of.
This is a really interesting learning piece right here, and I don't know if you caught it. It was difficult to hear. I'll explain it to you. The officers ask us a lot of times, if you have anything on you, tell me now before you get down to the jail, because you're going to catch another charge if they find it down at the jail. The subject that's in custody said, yeah, I think he said that he had some of the green stuff on him, and it was inside of his crotch area, and I believe that that's what the exchange was, but I know there was exchange about him having some contraband. He admitted it. The trooper was cool. The trooper says, interestingly, I'm not going to get it now, because he doesn't want to be reaching around there. He says, we'll take care of it once we get down to the jail. So when you're looking at these stops and you see people moving around inside of vehicles, because I would not imagine that if the police were not behind them that he would normally carry his contraband in his crotch area. A lot of those movements, which are called furtive movements, which defense attorneys always get on police about utilizing that term furtive movement. What's a furtive movement? What's a furtive movement? When you see people moving around in the vehicle, when you stop and they're doing things, at times those people are concealing contraband within inside the vehicle or on their person, and those are what officers consider movements to be furtive, and sometimes it's a weapon. So it's incredibly interesting to see this kind of exchange, and the fact that this was inside of his crotch area and the officer was cool enough to say, I'm not going to charge you with it since you told me about it. But a very good learning point.
It's your ride in the black Ford Flex? Okay, young, how about? What? What now? We got a tow truck. Suspended license. Just grab your stuff, okay? She can pick y'all up, take y'all, okay? Well, you can contact with the tow company, okay? There's 3 of y'all in here with no driver's license, okay? I understand that, okay? That's the sergeant, okay? You want to talk to him, that's fine, but we already talked. Do what now? No, talk to him. You can talk with him, but whatever you decide, okay? Just grab your stuff. I understand you're trying to go to work, but you out here driving with no license. Nobody got license. There's 3 people in the car, nobody got a driver's license. Huh? A permit? Well, you had to have a permit with somebody with a valid license in the car. I understand that, but your permit's going to say you have to have somebody in the car with a valid driver's license, 21 years or older. There's nobody in the car with a valid driver's license.
You should never do that. What the fuck you was, stupid? You always get fucked up. You gonna help him and his sister. At the end of the day, we be the ones getting fucked off. I help do his fucking sister, bro. We want to get in this shit.
Now, see that? The guy in the back seat, the officer was so cool, very respectful, didn't charge him with the contraband that's in his crotch area that he told the officer that he had, and then he starts talking all this smack. And that's why I say in policing, a person will flip on you very, very quickly. You have to be very cautious. You can be polite, you can be kind, you can be tactical and lethal. All of those things at the very same time, and you have to be prepared that a person can flip on you. The other thing that I'm gonna say, half what you see, none of what you hear, because out of earshot, you saw how this guy changed.
I swear to God,
here.
I just got the car, bro.
Alright. Yeah. I'll cancel it, okay? But let me tell you something. Don't let me catch you driving no more, okay? Alright. Okay. You cancel 365. He had a ride pulled up. We're on a bad spot on this bridge, so I'm just going to let them take possession of the car. Setting something right.
So I want to cover the charge. It looks like there was a felony warrant for the subject, and I believe there was also a citation for a seatbelt. The channel that place I reviewed here was Arkansas Police Activity. I really like how they do their videos. They're fairly straightforward, and they also attach reports of the incident occurred, and I find that very, very interesting. So young aspiring officers especially, take a look at that, because I mean, it's just very clean, basic information that you can get, and I pin the videos in the description of my video so you can see it. And on that note, I want to redo this coin because I know some of the coins didn't show well, and I got this new process that I'm doing, and it's very apropos because this is, I got to do the beauty hand, the Arkansas State Police coin. I hope you can see it. It's a really cool looking coin, and I know I already did it, but I'm doing it again because now I want to make sure that you can see and see how cool it is. Arkansas State Police, the Arkansas State Police Association. Very, very cool. If you like this kind of content, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click on the videos on your screen for more content just like this.